Can you hear me now? No, you don't have to move it. Say, is it working? Can you hear me now? No, you don't have to move it. It's a microphone that sits on you and it's good to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now? I think we're doing better. We look good and we can hear us and it's much better. My mom's listening. Did you know that? Your mom's listening. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start back at Psalms 5. We were on Psalms 5. We're going to read that again, and then I'll ask questions, because now you can hear me, and I can hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I can't hear them, but they can talk to me, right? We could talk to them? Yeah. All righty, so what we're going to do is read Psalm 5. We're verse 1 through 3. Is that what's it? Okay. Do you remember what it said? I'll read it. Listen to my words, Lord. Consider my lament. Hear my cry for help, my King and my God. For to you I pray. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly. So, we've got this. It's the beginning of one of David's prayers. David does a lot of prayers, and that's what a lot of the Psalms are. Is prayers that he's saying, he's writing down so other people can hear them and read them for later on, which is nice because I like reading them. We get to learn a lot from him. And so as we're looking to this and God is hearing our prayers, why don't we pray more? If God hears every single prayer we pray, why don't we pray more?
Because we are too busy in our lives that God gave us, and we forget to pray.
Yeah, we get really busy. It's even busier now that there's always something to do, and it might have been just as busy back, we'll say 100 years ago. Yeah. It's just a different kind of busy. And so there's always something going on, always these events we can go to. And so going through that, and we having all those things going on, as you're sitting there and you go, okay, you look at some of the words in the Bible, and it says, be still and pray. What are ways that can help us remember to have those moments? They don't have to be long, drawn-out prayers that are hours long, but even in the busyness of our lives, what are ways we can sit and be still, and what are ways we can be reminded of that?
I don't know.
You don't know. Let's see. Let's see, you're on the swim team and on the dive team, and you're going back and forth with all those practices and meets. Yeah. What are some times where maybe you're standing on in line before you go up onto the dive platform? Are there times where you go, oh wait, I should take this moment and say a prayer before I get up there? You could. Right? Yeah. That's a good time to go, okay, Lord, let this be fun. Let this be a good dive. I would love to do well at this. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean I will always do well. But I would love to have the moment to do well. I would love to get a medal at some point. Maybe it's not today, maybe it's tomorrow. But Lord, let this be something that I can do for you. And maybe that's something that we can do as we go to get our coffee. And it's like, I like coffee. You don't drink coffee yet. No, but Mom drinks coffee probably, right? Yeah. So, we go to the store. We go through the drive-through. It's like some people pay it forward. So that's kind of like a little prayer where they pay for the person behind them in their car. Have you heard about them doing that?
Yeah. Most people do it on random act of kindness day.
Yeah, there are specific days people lay out for that, but we can do that anytime. Yeah. There's no rules. You have to do random acts of kindness on random act of kindness day. Maybe you do it some other day, and it's a random act. It's great. So as we're looking through and thinking about prayers, I have something I want to let you know. You know, there are sound waves. That's how we talk, right? Yeah. The sound goes through the air, and those waves get your ear, and they vibrate your ear. Yeah. Did you know that they vibrate inside your ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so as they get to your ear, those sound waves are how we can talk to each other, and we hear each other. In space, there is no air. So how do astronauts talk to each other?
They have little communication things in their spacesuits, and then they have oxygen in their spacesuits, so then they can talk.
Yep, but they can talk in their spacesuits, but it doesn't go from their spacesuits to someone else's spacesuit. Do you know how they do that?
No.
We listen to it here on Earth, but we usually listen to music and other people talk on it while we're driving in the vehicles. Radio waves. Yeah. They use radio waves because there's no air out there, but radio waves will still move in outer space. So I like to think of prayer in waves. Prayer is a very specific form of wave, communication wave, that goes from us to God. Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
And so as we're praying and we're listening and we're being still, in this verse it says, wait expectantly. I sit there and I wait expectantly. How do you wait expectantly? Question, huh?
Yeah.
We were waiting earlier. I was making fun because you were waiting for me to figure out what was wrong with our sound.
Yeah, so
How do you, but that was waiting patiently. How do you wait expectantly? Do you know what expectantly means?
Kind of.
Not. All right, guess what? I'm going to look it up because I want to be exact. I like to look these kind of things up. And I don't know it off the top of my head, so I can kind of give you a rough idea. Ooh, can we type it faster? Expectantly. What does that mean? With an excited feeling that something is about to happen, especially something good.
Okay,
Wait with excitement.
Yeah. So like wait like if you're waiting for like kids, if they're waiting for like a new toy, they asked their dad and they said they would go get it for them, like you would be waiting expectantly.
Yeah, because something good, something's coming that's even better.
Yeah.
I like the analogy of, do you have any pets? Do you have a dog or anything? No?
I have like 7 friends that do.
You know of dogs, though, yes. And you know, like when your friend and you have gone away for a little bit and then you come back and the dog's really excited that you came back.
Yeah.
Usually. Not always. Some dogs are different. But normally they're excited that their friend came home. They're super, super excited. So that's kind of their wait expectantly. They are always happy whenever somebody comes home. Whether it's the kids, whether it's the mom or the dad or whoever it is, they are so excited that that person's there because they're so happy. They feel loved being around that person. And so that's kind of the best way for me to describe waiting expectantly. There are a lot of things that I read that they talk about that the dog waits at the door. So the door, they know something good is on the other side of the door, but because that's where their master went, that's where their friend went, that's where a family member went, but they haven't been on the other side of the door. They don't know what it looks like. And it's kind of like heaven to us. We know God's on the other side of the door, but we haven't ever been there. We don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But we're excited to go someday. I'm going to spin you around so everybody else can see you. So I've got one last question for you. Why do we need to wait? And then why, in that waiting, how can we listen better to what God is telling us?
When we wait, this is a hard one. When we wait, we can listen to God better.
Yeah. It's listening. It's being still and listening. Absolutely. You're on the right track. That's a big question. That's even hard for me. It's like, how do I listen? And part of that is reading and meditating on the Bible.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it. That's learning where God is and God started, and but the thing is, those words still work through us as we listen to Him and read them and work through them. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Some of those things in there are I don't understand them. So they can be a lot for us, but that's the thing, like even with you, it doesn't have to be the whole thing. You don't have to worry about all of the numbers and letters in here. But as long as you trust God and you look at those pieces that help you learn, you can still have a connection with Him, right? Yeah, absolutely. I love this. So let's see. You have a dive meet tonight, correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So everybody that is watching, say a little prayer for this guy as he goes to his dive meet tonight. That's going to be so awesome. I'm glad you get to experience dive meets and swim meets and all those fun activities you get to do. And you get to hang out with your brother and your sister. And
Really get to hang out with
well, maybe not at the meet, but you get to hang out them. That you've got family that's around, and
I'm actually going back to my friend's house.
You got friends. It's all fun. Yes. So
I haven't really seen Winnie and Beckett the entire day that much.
But did you see them yesterday?
Yeah. I saw them this morning for like about 2-3 hours. But then I had to leave for swim and dive, and my mom had to leave right after. And
so
the last time I got to see them was when I had to bring my little sister's shoes to my mom because yesterday she had to my mom had to watch me.
But she needed her shoes.
And when he left her shoes there.
I get it. No,
I had to bring her pink sparkly shoes. So.
Pink sparkly shoes are good. So I want to thank you for joining me today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're gonna come back next week?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, next Thursday.
You think that works?
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. We'll find something else we could talk about. Maybe you could tell me what we should talk about. You've got till Sunday to think about it.
Yeah.
And if you come up with an idea on Sunday, then we could possibly use it on Thursday. Sounds like a good plan?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Thank you, guys, for waiting patiently and waiting expectantly. And we'll talk at you later. Thank you. Have a thoughtful Thursday.
Bye.